Our colleague Alec Hogg spoke to Stanley Bergman, who is CEO of Henry Schein, about the latest trends in the medical services sector.
Well, we are the largest provider of dental products in the world, as well as veterinary products and physician products to physicians in the office setting.
And it seems to be a bit of a South African thing, this getting involved in the medical services field. Steve Collis, a competitor?
A little bit of a competitor, but also in our field, and of course he went to Wits, but he's a little bit younger than me.
So you've got a couple of South Africans on top of the pile in this sector?
Yes, of the largest players in this sector, we've got two South Africans.
What are you doing about moving back into the continent with this big company that you run?
Yes, well, last year when you interviewed me, I told you we just opened up a business in South Africa. A year later, we are doing very well on the dental side. And now we're providing dental oral care products to South African dentists.
Was it good to re-establish, or did you have an advantage with the connections that you have with the country?
Well, I think we got up pretty quickly. We recruited a South African to work with us, spent 5 years in our organization in the UK, France and Australia, and then sent him back to South Africa, and he's doing an outstanding job, and I guess we knew what to do from an educational point of view.
From your perspective, running a New York listed company, coming to the World Economic Forum once again, and you're quite a regular here, having been in the hot seat for 25 years, you must see the trends. Are they worrying you?
No, I think change is a good thing, and I think what's key is to ensure that people in the organization are engaged in change, and if they trust the organization and are engaged, I think change is welcome and change is necessary, and it's a great opportunity for those that take advantage of change.
We're talking about here in Davos though, we're definitely seeing the focus moving away from perhaps the issues that were of concern 5 years ago now to issues that are geopolitics, maybe war. It's kind of scary talk that I've been picking up. I don't know if you would agree.
Yeah, 5 or 6 years ago, 2009-10, the talk was the economy, and it's now geopolitical issues, and I think Ebola is an issue, post-Ebola, pandemics in general, ethics in business, and generally the instability in the world, the notion that Asia is not as stable as it was, and the Ukraine-Russia-European issue is an issue, and Latin America has its challenges, and so I think in some respects Africa is viewed as a stable continent.
Excepting for Ebola, but you have been quite involved there.
Yes, well, we're trying to advocate for the notion that you have 3 failed healthcare systems. If it was a failed political situation with armies, we'd be in there doing things. We need to do much more to prevent these kinds of failed healthcare systems from occurring again.
But you are being asked about that here in Davos. You serving on panels talking about Ebola?
Tomorrow I'll be on a panel and talking about the role of industry in ensuring that we combat pandemics.
And how can you?
Public-private partnerships, government, NGOs working with the private sector.